What's up, Connor? This is Adrian Gomez. Thanks for sending these in, and I'm excited to look at this and see where we can improve. So right now, you start leaning with your front knee, your front leg early. Let's see if I can get you in here. Instead of staying back, you lean that front leg out. And I'd like to, your back half is actually set up really, really good. You squat well, and let's see here, about 115. So, I want it to be a little bit further, and this is where I want it. I want it right around there. Maybe not that much. So if you could sit maybe 3 or 4 more inches back, and let's take this leg out of it and put it back here. Head is going to be over that back leg, and we're just going to be squatting into that back leg. That I'd like to delay your front leg a little bit. Right here, you look pretty good, but then you start reaching that front leg back. I want that to be last, right? So what happens is your hips and your chest open up at the same time, and that's not something we want. We want your hips to open up first, and then your chest to open up second. So power to the back leg, definitely a weakness of yours. 115 degrees, want it to be below 110, but again, that's I think that has a lot to do with how your front leg is going out too early. So right here, about 103 degrees. So you step long enough, you're driving long enough, which is great. We want to make sure that's pretty good. So let's look at your front leg. So at release point, your chest extension right here is 26 degrees. I want to see that at 50. So this front knee is going to come back. That chest is going to go through. We've got to really drive with your chest, and right now you're throwing all arm and no body. So let's look at your front knee. This is what we call an internally rotated front knee. And what happens is your hips cannot rotate until your knee gets stabilized. So what you can see this, watch. So that's a 17-degree movement, and your hips can't go anywhere until that front side sets up. So that's a huge weakness that I want you to, and you're getting that from trying to go out too early with your front leg, and that doesn't provide the hip rotation. You're not opening your front foot to stabilize that front leg. So you plant closed, and then you have to externally rotate your knee to be able to get it in the right place. So we want to do that prior to landing. So internally rotated front knee. Let's check the angle at the front leg, and let's see, 127. So that's really low. I want it to be higher, somewhere in, let's see here, somewhere in there. So that front knee needs to come back, load back into that 51 degrees. And then that chest comes over it. And that's what we're not getting right now, that chest extension. So that's good. All right, let's look at release point. So right now, that release point is right there, right behind your front foot. When you're behind your front foot, it's all shoulder. It's all shoulder that's throwing the ball. So what I want you to do is, number one, front knee needs to come back in 150, somewhere in there. The chest needs to go forward into the 50s. And then all of a sudden our release point's out beyond our release point, Bonner front foot. So that's a big one. Front glove is not as active as I'd like it. So see how it maintains itself. It's down here. I want it to be maybe at this angle right here as much as possible. And then that rotation comes around. So we want to stabilize that front glove a little bit better. So definitely a weakness of yours, front glove. That's going to help solidify a lot of things, honestly. That's going to be a game changer for you as far as rotational power. So front glove. Let's look at your elbow. It's a little bit elevated. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. Not bad. 182. It stays there. I think it's going to be a lot easier if you can drive that chest and get that front knee solidified. I think those two things are going to help that a ton, but I don't think it's an issue. Chest extension, definitely. We talked about that. You're not extending this chest forward. That's a huge difference. Let's see here. What else? Hand fly out. Let's look at hand fly out. Last one. Hand goes outside, but that chest stays high. You can see that chest stay high. It's stopping at release point, and ideally it would be going through and across your body. So that chest is actually, part of it has to do with your front knee. This chest needs to be in line with this foot, right over top of it. So this chest, this foot, they need to be aligned, pulling down across your body. So all in all, pretty good. I don't think there's some crazy things going on, but I think you fix those things and it's going to be a game changer for you. Close to 6 to 8 miles an hour. If you fix this stuff, it's going to be a game changer for you. Thanks so much for sending this in. I'll talk to you soon.